Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMAB Reviews, and welcome to a Take a Walk episode that is in the rain, unfortunately. Just a little sprinkles, though. I can manage. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hope you all have an excellent day. I decided to film it on Thanksgiving. Yeah. So one concern that I have with today's episode is I'm sorry if any rain gets on the lens of the camera. I use my phone, and if I see a lot on there, I'll wipe it off, but honestly, I just probably won't know. I'd love to walk into the rain instead of away from it, but there's no road to walk that would be away from the or into the rain, so it's falling, so that's kind of why you're on my side, is to hopefully not catch any on the screen. So yeah, so today's Thanksgiving. Hope you all have an excellent day. Eat some great food. I am looking forward to it. I had family that was very accommodating and made sure I'd be included meal-wise, and really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really fun day, and I'm ready for some great food, especially some stuffing and mashed potatoes, two of my absolute favorite foods. I guess technically we're having dressing, because isn't dressing and stuffing the difference between stuffing being stuffed in the animal versus not for dressing? That's my understanding, at least. Yeah, I hope you all have an excellent Thanksgiving. And since today's Thanksgiving, at least how I view things, it's becoming more socially acceptable to be listening to Christmas music, even though I definitely already have been. I have been listening to Christmas music pretty much since November started, but I'll probably double down on it just a little more now that we are getting into December. I know a lot of people aren't huge Christmas music fans, and I think that I'm going to make Christmas music a talk of possibly next Take a Walk, maybe 2 Take a Walks from now. We'll see. But I did want to talk about it, so I'll hold off the talk on that. But I am excited to start just picking up my Christmas playlist again. Yeah. So, last weekend, we had the Thanksgiving dinner. I've already had one. Super fun. And I actually went and saw It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks. And I never watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It was only on a little after I was born, and it was just nothing that my family ever showed me. I just never was introduced to it even. So, and we're gonna turn around, it's getting cold. I don't want to go too far. It's nothing that my family ever just introduced me to. So, I never really had any experience with it, so I was going into it with just a general, movie fan, Tom Hanks fan. I wasn't going into it with being a fan of Mr. Rogers. And honestly, it was pretty good. It was definitely, cheesy. There's no way to say it wasn't cheesy, and a little corny, but I think that that's kind of the appeal of Mr. Rogers. Now, obviously, Mr. Rogers was targeted towards kids, and I wouldn't really say that this movie would be optimal for kids. This movie's definitely for the adults that grew up with Mr. Rogers. But I think that the movie dealt with some of the hard topics that Mr. Rogers was open to talking about, while still actually being able to capture the youthfulness and the niceness of Mr. Rogers. I don't know. It was cheesy and corny, but that's what Mr. Rogers would be to an adult watching it today. And I think it really fit perfectly. I think Tom Hanks did a perfect job. It's not one of my favorite movies of all times, but I do think it was an excellent movie. I think that the main reason I didn't enjoy it is just because the general cheesy, corny aspect isn't my kind of movie. I think it was perfect for what it should have been. It just wasn't necessarily my kind of movie. But that being said, it was really good. I was really impressed with it. And yeah, and that's coming from someone who had never really seen any of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And since I've been pretty much humming the theme song non-stop, it hasn't got out of my head yet. But yeah. So I have mentioned on Twitter and to some of my close YouTube friends that 2020 may mean something new for the SMUB channel. And turning again. We're just kind of walking in a line here. It may mean something new for me because I love this channel. It's seriously really fun for me to keep up, and especially with the Take a Walk series, I've been having a lot of fun. And music is definitely my passion, and I don't want to move away from music by any means. But I'm thinking about some new stuff. Music will always be the only thing I do, or pretty much the only thing. Like, this isn't necessarily music, it's more me. But it's not like I'm not wanting to become a movie channel. I just think I might want to try to explore some new avenues. I can't really give much more detail because I'm not sure what I want to do, or if I'll even do anything. So take this as a very open-ended statement of literally nothing may happen from it. But yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. I just have found the traditional movie or album reviews to be kind of boring. So when I say I still want to do music, I mean it. I just feel like the traditional album reviews are just kind of getting stale for me. I don't have as much fun making them. I only enjoy it when it's an album I'm seriously looking forward to. Like I'd enjoy doing like a Bleachers review, or, you know, some of my favorite artists, but besides that, I have no motivation to do it typically. Coldplay's the last one in a long time that I just really was like, yes, I want to do this. So that's my thoughts. We'll see. I'll probably talk with some of my close friends about it and see what they think, and we'll go from there. I'm not really sure, honestly, though. So it's very cold, and my hands especially are very cold and wet, so I think we'll try to make this one a little quicker than usual, even though by the time I'm done recommending, we'll be at the regular length of an episode. So the song I'm recommending is Be Careful Chloe, which is by Steve, but was formerly Republican Hair. I feel like the Steve title is a promotional thing because their latest single was I Am Steve, and it's just a song about, you know, fitting in with society and everything. So I feel like the name change was a promotional thing, but they haven't changed it back, and it's been months since that song came out. I actually saw Republican Hair. I'm gonna call him Republican Hair just because it's a catchier name, and that's what I knew him by. Opening for Kings of Leon. It was a free concert that was being put on, Kings of Leon, and I didn't know anyone that was opening, but Republican Hair and Broncho both opened, which I was super excited about. I had never listened to Republican Hair before that, really loved him, and Broncho I loved, and I'd been wanting to see him for a long time, so I was stoked about that. Be Careful Chloe, it's a really funky song. It's probably my favorite of theirs. It's super catchy, just about like be careful. Like, it's just a general like cautionary tale to someone going out in the world and like to not follow the narrator's example, pretty much. It's a really good song, and I highly recommend it. As I recommend the whole band. They have some songs that I'm not as huge of a fan of, but ultimately I do really like the band. So I made it back. Yeah, 9 minutes. This is like a normal episode length anyway. Actually, it's starting to get a little longer. Thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Sorry if it seemed a little rushed. Just very cold and wet, and my hands are cold. I'm going to get inside. Going to go have some food. Hope you all have an excellent day. Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you all later.